What's going on, guys? It's Arden back with another installation video, and I apologize if my voice doesn't sound great. A little under the weather. I'm feeling better. Yesterday was not great, but that's besides the point. Today we're going to be working on, this is my wife's Acura MDX. As some of you may know, I do window tinting, and I just opened up my own shop as of about 6 months ago or so. As you can see, we're in it. And I'm wanting to start installing some accessories and stuff like that. So I've been looking for a dash cam, and if you've seen my previous dash cam video, I did a Red Tiger, I believe was the brand name, on a Volkswagen Atlas, and it was a pretty easy installation. But my main problem with dash cams is I hate having to suction cup or sticky tape just on the windshield, and then you just have a really out of place looking camera on your windshield. And obviously, like I said, I'm a window tinting shop. I tint a lot of windshields. I mean, it is very beneficial to tint your windshield. If you put tape or a suction cup, you risk damaging the tint when you go to either remove the dash cam or whatever. So I'm really excited about this one, to try this product out. It is from FitCam X. They make OEM style dash cams for certain makes and models. They may not have every make and model, but I believe they're working on getting several more and developing more. So what I mean by OEM level is it will replace like part of your mirror housing around your rear view mirror. You can see like my wife's here, how it has this black plastic housing right here covering a lot of the sensors and stuff. It actually will replace part of this, and that will be part of the camera, so you're not sticking something on the windshield and risking damaging the tint or anything like that. So I've got the box over here on my table. Let me show you what it is. And before I forget, be sure to click the link in the description to buy one of these. You will get an 8% discount. So definitely go purchase one of these if you really like this. So here's the box. Like I said, it's FitCam X is the brand name. Just from the first look, box is very high quality. It's got a lot of specs and what this comes with and all that, but we'll get into that once we unbox this. Now, I did already undo the tape and kind of open it up, but let me get this open. So when you get this open, you'll see two different things: a dash cam and accessories. It also comes with an SD card, which is amazing. Just take that off real quick. We'll put that to the side. We got two boxes here: dash cam and then accessories. So let me pull that out, accessories, and then pull the dash cam out. And then obviously you'll have your booklet and all of that good stuff. So we'll move the box to the side. Let's look at the accessories here. Just to see what comes in here. Now let's dump this out. Awesome. So it looks like we've got a USB-A to USB-C adapter here. Oh, it's a SD card. Never mind. It's an SD card reader. Then you have a plastic trim tool. If you're installing one of these, obviously this is good to have. I will put a link in the description for a better set of plastic trim tools. I'd recommend purchasing that, especially if you work on cars yourself. It's just very handy to have. And then this looks like an adapter kit. That's the other thing, is you don't have to wire anything else in. This is just, it will just plug and play into existing wiring behind your mirror, but we will get into that once we go to install this. Okay, so here's all the products. I'm not sure exactly what this is right here. Looks like it has a suction cup and stuff, but I'm not sure what that is. I know this would be the rear camera, as you can see right there, with all the wiring that will be run to the front. And then this is the good part of this system. This will be the front camera. As you can see, there is an SD card slot right there, as well as some buttons. It looks like for power and maybe a camera button. But as you can tell, this is going to be replacing that bottom section of the plastic mirror surround, which is amazing. And as you can tell, there's just 2 plugs here. Got one for a rear cam, and I'm assuming this other plug will be for here. One will plug into here, and then this will be kind of a like splitter for one of the plugs in the mirror. But we will get there here in a minute. We're going to hold off on the front as of now. We're going to start on the rear. The rear is not like an OEM style. It doesn't integrate into the back. It's just a sticky tape version, which I don't really like, but I just kind of wanted the rear for her, just in case she got rear-ended or whatever. So she would have a front and a rear camera just in case. So let's start on this. We'll get the rear hatch open and show you where I'm going to put this, and then how I'm going to go about it. Now, if you're interested in a kit like this, I will leave a link in the description below to pick this up. You'll also get an 8% discount in there, so please use the link. You'll get a little discount. But first, we're going to start with this rear. We got the rear camera here along with the wiring. I'm going to mount it up high, so I'm going to probably mount it up here. So first, I need to take this trim panel off, and I believe I'm going to need to take these side panels off too. Because to do this the right way, I'm going to have to feed it through the existing wiring here, because you obviously don't want to pinch anything. So I'm going to have to get it in through here and into the headliner. That way I can run it all to the front. This is the hardest part of any dash cam process. So take your time, be gentle, all that good stuff. So like I said too, I'm also going to leave a link in the description for this trim tool kit. Gives you a little bit of different trim tools. Highly recommend it. But I'm going to start first with taking these off and just kind of show you how it's done. Now, like I said before, I own a window tinting shop, so this rear window is tinted. So if you're in that same boat, you'll want to be careful. But I'm just going to gently pry like that. Kind of got it started. Now I'm just going to grab it and pull it, pop these clips out. You don't have to really pull that hard, just firm. All right, the side panel coming off. There we go. And that is pretty much it. You'll have these green clips in there. Obviously this side came off with that, so I'm probably gonna do it through this side. I'm not gonna even mess with this side. I'm gonna run the wires this direction, so I don't really need to mess with this side. So I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna I might wait to get the camera mounted, but I'm just gonna fish the wires through here. So it looks like this is just rubber. Some of these can be plastic depending on the car. So you just want to undo that from there. Just kind of pull it out. Same with here. Just pull it out like that. Get it loose. That way you can run the wire through there. Okay, so I've got the wire kind of strung out on the floor right now. But the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop this panel off. So it is this top panel right here to get access to underneath the headliner, so I can access this hole from inside. So you want to do pretty much the same thing. Just take your trim tool, get underneath there, and you can either pry it down like that, and I'll probably just leave it like that. I don't really need to take the whole thing off. Okay, I'm inside now. As you can see, I've got this trim panel just pushed down a little. Trying to get it out of the way. The next thing I will need to get down is this push pin right here. It's keeping this from being pulled down. So this is the trim tool that the kit came with. I'm gonna try to use it, but if not, the kit that I recommend comes with a metal one, which I can't really get it with this one. There's not enough leverage with this one, So I'm gonna get that other one. Okay, this trim tool kit comes with this tool right here. I'm currently laying down back here, but all it does is you're gonna stick that little thing in there and just pull it like that. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna put this part underneath there and just simply squeeze it. And there you go. It is out. Pretty simple to do. This is that clip. You'll want to keep everything, you know, nicely accessible so you don't forget anything. So that will give us a little more access to pull this down. So now what I'm going to do is take my wire here, and the side with the label that says rear cam here, that will be the one that goes to the front of the car. So you will need to keep that in mind, because I have not mounted the camera yet. I'm just waiting to see how much extra cable I'm going to have and all of that before I mount it. So pretty much how I'm going to do this is I'm going to take the other end. That way I don't have to feed all of this wire through that right there. I'm going to feed this up through this way, so that way I only have a little bit to feed through there. This will be kind of a process. I may not be able to do it one-handed, but I might set you up on a tripod and do a time lapse. So I got it through right here. I ended up going through this hole right here. It's kind of a bigger hole. Fed it through here. I had to grab it with some pliers through this hole. It was a little hard to grab, but I've got some long pliers like this, and I was able to grab it with. Pulled it through this hole, and then really there's no secret in trying to get it through here. You just kind of have to push it and wiggle it through there. This does kind of like retract a little, so it is easy to like pull it together like this and try to shove it through. But there's no real easy way to do it. I finally was able to poke it through and grabbed it with some pliers and pulled it. So got it through. Now I need to go up through this hole and then through this hole, and then that is pretty much done. And I can work out, you know, how much extra wire I need and everything like that up here when I actually go to mount the camera to the glass. But I'm gonna get this through here, and once I have it poking through here, I'm pretty much gonna work on getting this long part of the wire right here fed to the front, and then we'll see what the front looks like. But we're getting there. Got it through that hole, and we've got roundabout the right length for there. I'm still not going to mount that just yet. I'm going to get this worked a little bit forward, just in case like this isn't enough wire to make it all the way forward. I'm assuming it probably is, just by the length of it. But now we're going to try to work it forward. This is the process that is a lot easier than this. Trying to get it through here is fairly difficult, but yeah, I'm gonna start weaving this thing forward. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Okay, so I've got it underneath the headliner, and you can see it poking out right here. So pretty much all I'm doing is just kind of like pushing it down in here like that and just working my way across. Once we get to about right here, I'll show you what I'm working with. Okay, so here I am to this little rubber seal. Pretty much what I'm gonna do is, you can either, if you grab this seal like this and pull it, takes some finessing here, but you can take it and pull it like this and pull it loose. So what I'm gonna do is pull the top loose, that way I can tuck it into the headliner, and then we'll tuck it underneath this pillar right here. Once we get there, then when we get to the front, do the same exact thing. Everything is tucked underneath the headliner. So with this, you just need to like get it back in place. As you can see, this one isn't in place, and you can just literally push it like so. It will all go back into place just like that. So I've got it tucked around the top of this pillar right here. And then let me go to the front, coming out right here. As you can see, it's coming out the top of the pillar. We're going to do the same thing, except now when we get to this pillar, we're going to need to run it along this pillar and then in the headliner. That way we can put it into the mirror housing right here and drop the wire down in here. So we're getting really close. Just need to run this the rest of the way. Probably not going to show any of that until we get it, down in here and when we need to take this apart. All right, we have made it all the way to the front. Getting up in here in this headliner was a lot harder than I figured it would be, but it's all tucked up in there. Can't see any wires anywhere. It's all nicely concealed, which is what we wanted. Next, we're going to be taking this apart, but first I'm going to go mount the camera on the rear. That way that is all done, and all I have to do is now just plug it up and we should be good to go. We will have a lot of extra wire, as you can see, which is fine because we will either tuck it in here, either zip tie it, wire tie it, or whatever up in here, or we can tuck it up in the headliner and it'll be fine. But first we're gonna get the back all together and then we'll be good to go. All right, everything is installed. The only wire you see is it going right here behind this panel. Everything is tight and down exactly like it's supposed to. You don't see any wires coming through here. It's all tucked and nice and neat. Everything is back together. Now we're going to be working on the front. We're now on the mirror side of putting this on. Like I said, it's going to replace this bottom piece. I'm hoping this angle is okay. But first things first is we need to remove this bottom section. So I believe you can just give it a little pull like this. May need a little pry tool here. Okay, there's the bottom section. And I would like to take this top section off, that way I'm not blindly feeding this down in here. But I think I'm gonna have to take this mirror off, which I'm not very fond of. May try to give this a pry up here, or at least maybe try to just pop this one side down. It's not seeming like it's gonna come easy. So what I'm gonna do actually is leave it like this. Put my tool up in here so it kind of gives a little gap, and try to feed this wire in there so that maybe it will come out on the bottom down here. I'm trying to stay towards this right side because it seems like there's a little hole. Oh, I can feel it. All right. Almost. I can feel it. I just can't grab it. There we go. Okay. And we don't really need that much. So we're gonna leave it like that, and then we'll go get the mirror piece right now. So I've got the mirror piece here that will go on the bottom like so. Like I said before, you've got two plugs here. One is labeled rear cam, so that's pretty simple. The other has this little adapter piece. That's where the other one will go. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug this side in just like that. And then, so if you can see from this side, okay, looking at this further, it looks like this piece is gonna have to come off too. So what I did was took the hook end of this tool, put it up in the top, and just pry it like that. So I got that side off. This side, yep, this side I should be able to just do that. So let me just examine this, make sure I didn't break any clips or anything like that. So if you can see this was sitting up there like so. I just took this hook, put it right here, pried it down like that, because the way these clips are, it kind of hooks in the top, so you just want to like unhook it. That's how I did it. So that will give you access to the plug. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this, there's a white plug right here that is connected to the mirror. If you guys can see that, that is what we will be messing with. That is where this plug through the mirror will be going. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fish this wire, because since I had to take that off, I need to fish this wire in here a better direction, just like that. Okay. Now, obviously I've got a ton of extra wire here, so I'm going to try to reduce this amount and see if I can fish this up into the headliner. I don't know if I have enough room for that or not. Does not seem like it, but there's a good open space right here where I'm going to leave it. I'm actually going to go get a zip tie so I can zip tie it together. Obviously, I said this plug right here. So there's a little tab that is right here on this side. You'll see it. It's facing you. It's not too hard. Obviously, you'll want to push that in, pull it out. And now it's just simple as plugging this side in. So we'll be plugging this side. We'll be plugging this side in like that, and then plugging the other side in like so. If I can get it turned the right way. So I think we'll need to kind of put this harness up in there. Yeah. Kind of trying to shove it down up in the headliner. That way it's not in the way and everything. Plug that side in. And get the rest of this up in there. Okay. Now you can see my two plugs hanging down. I've got this one right here, which would be the front camera, and then the rear camera right here. So now we need to take the camera module right here, and then obviously we have the tag for the rear camera. We also, and then the other one is the front. So we will plug that side in like so, and then plug this side in. All right, it is plugged in, good to go. And now we need to pretty much put this back together. So the way I would like to do this is feed that wire like that. It will be the question if I can get it to stay enough for me to. Not really. All right, we'll just start putting this back on, and hopefully I can kind of feed it into place. It's probably a little easier if you remove the mirror itself, but it's not really necessary. Okay. Just like that. That piece is on. And now we have our camera left. Now, we just need to feed this extra wire up in here. That way it's not hanging out or anything like that. Just need to get it snapped in. Alright, make sure everything is in place. Look at that. That is just beautiful. Make sure I don't have any wires hanging out or anything like that, anything crazy going on. Make sure everything is lined up. There we go. Now you cannot tell me that looks so much better than just a suction cupped thing onto the windshield. You have your buttons down here. One looks like a power button and a camera button. I guess you can take a picture. We will find that out here in a second. And you have your SD card slot on this side. Fitment is great. It's literally perfect. I need to take off the little sticker on the front lens. Okay, I'm reading the instructions for the app here, but in the meantime, let's put in the SD card before we turn this bad boy on. So slide that in there like that, nice and installed. So now what we are going to do is install the app. Which we are going to go here, search FitCam X, which is right here. We're going to click download. It's going to download for a second. All right, let's open this up. All right, it says we haven't connected it yet. Okay, so it says we need to add the camera. So reading the instructions here. After installing the camera, please start the car and the camera light will come on. So, oh, I might need the key. Which is right here. Set that in there. We're going to start the car. Camera light will come on, as you can see. Camera light is on. Okay, now we will go open the phone settings to the Wi-Fi. So we will go to Wi-Fi here. And it says it will be car cam blah 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 or LHD something. So it'll be this. We go join, and it says password is 1234567 1234567 join. Waiting for that to join. There we go. We're connected now. Sorry, that took a minute. I don't know why my phone was not wanting to connect. But there we go. We can see a live view of what I'm looking at, as well as the rear. You can see my piece of junk 4Runner. With everything, which is awesome. Which we have files here. I'm assuming it's going to it will probably just record in, see, that looks like 8-minute segments, I believe. 8-minute, I think 8-second segments, maybe, just little loops. Which is awesome. Or it looks like you can take a picture as well. This will have camera settings. You can do sound recording. You can even pick your resolution and sound recording. I'd say yes. You can do 4K or 1440p, which you might as well do 4K. Loop record options, the duration of each recording. If the storage is full, it will automatically be overwritten from the earliest video. Do 3 minutes, I guess. Exposure compensation, which I don't think we need. Timestamp, which is great. And the camera. Driving collision sensing. When the camera is in working state, it will automatically locks current recording video when a collision is detected. Okay. Guess you can turn its sensitivity up or down. Parking mode, not all models have this feature. Please check the product introduction. Okay. Turn that to least sensitive. I'm not 100% if mine has that or not. You also can do a factory reset here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And we can go back to our camera files here and go to the loop, and as you can see, it is recording front and rear. Pretty much in segments here, so you can find what file you're looking for, which is awesome. So that's how you install this thing. Okay, it's probably hard to see from in here, but that is the FitCam X dash cam installed. I'm very excited for this because I have looked for a dash cam that is supposed to look OEM like this for a while now. And I finally found this, and I love it. The fitment's great and everything. The back is very small. You can probably barely see that. But yeah, I'm very impressed. If you like this video, please give it a like. Please subscribe. Like 90% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. I'm on my way to 1,000 subs, so that would be awesome to hit. But I'm probably going to start trying to sell and install these here at my shop, which would be awesome. And I will try to post more installation videos of different makes and models depending on how many of these I sell and all that. But yeah, hope you guys like this video, and I'll see y'all next time.